Good morning, Staci.
Good morning.
Staci is the Chief Marketing Officer of Visit Florida, based in Tallahassee in Florida. Good morning, Staci.
Morning. How are you?
You've got some big news. Big news last night at your magnificent event at the Tate Modern about Michelin coming into Florida. Tell me a bit more about it and tell our listeners about it.
We are excited about this news. I mean, this is the best news to break at this event. The Michelin Guide has decided that Florida is going to be their 5th U.S. destination to provide a guide. We are focusing on Tampa, Orlando, and Miami, great cities with fantastic food in Florida. We announced that last night. The guide will be, the selections will be available sometime in the spring. So I think the inspectors will be looking at restaurants in both Tampa, Orlando, and Miami, looking at culinary trends, top chefs, to go experience the amazing food that we have in Florida.
Do you think it's a bit more than just good chefs? I mean, one of the things about the Michelin Guide all over the world is they herald the use of local product and the use of fresh product and often seasonal product. Now, Florida, because of the nature of the climate, seasons tend to meld into one. But do you think that's an important aspect of it for you?
Oh, absolutely. I think that, I wish I was a Michelin selector or a Michelin inspector, because I feel like I could do that. But I think that it's about the ambiance. I think it's about the experience. I think it's about the local agriculture, and I think it's about the chef talent and are they keeping up with culinary trends? And they don't have to. I think what's interesting about the guide is they don't have to all be super high-end restaurants. The guide has a variety of selections. So you can have the 1 to 3 star, which are typical for Michelin, but they have the Bib Gourmand, which is just an excellent plate of food and a really good experience. And they also have a sustainability designation. And so that, I think, provides a lot of opportunity for standout culinary experts within Florida to really say, hey, we have a really good meal that's worth recognition.
The problem with being a Michelin inspector is in the end you turn into an image of the Michelin man, sort of like that.
I spoke to somebody at Michelin about that, and they said, it was very interesting. They said, by the way, they're actually quite fit, because when they eat food, it becomes, or the food that they get is really sustainably sourced, really high quality food. Often they eat smaller plates, but the ironic thing is that when they vacation, they often vacation in a sense where they're fasting or cleansing, because they're trying to find joy in food again. Because they do this, I think that they experience 200 and something different evenings that they're eating at fine dining restaurants, and so that's part of their job. And I think that it just becomes that's for us, when we like to travel, we like to do that and eat, and that's a treat for us, but that's their job, and so they have to find a way to enjoy it a little bit more in their leisure time.
I'm not sure fasting is in my horizons anywhere soon, really, particularly if I go to Florida and attend a Michelin-starred restaurant. That's the last thing I want to do. Yeah. I think the other thing about it is, though, from an international visitor point of view, particularly Europeans, we've been used to the Michelin guides for hundreds of years. Well, I don't know about hundreds, but 100 years at least.
I think since 1840.
Wow, there you go. Over 100 years, so almost 200 years. So the fact of the matter is that that's an internationally recognised symbol of good cuisine. That must be important to you in your international marketing efforts as well, as the Chief Marketing Officer of Visit Florida.
Of course. Look, people know Florida for our iconic beaches, our world-class theme parks. I think they're starting to learn Florida for our natural experiences, our adventures, our outdoors, which has been something that we've been focusing on for the last couple of years, particularly. And now we already have an existing incredible food scene. The Michelin Guide is just a confirmation of that food scene that already exists. That's going to elevate that to the international world.
And it also makes your destination, stand out. It's unique. These cuisines, this food is unique to Florida.
Exactly.
It's not meat and potatoes anymore, is it?
No, there's so much great influence from Latin America, from the Caribbean, even from the U.S. South that is well integrated into Florida cuisine. And I think it's just going to be a really eye-opening experience for people, and particularly international travelers who often think that Florida is just a bunch of chain restaurants.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, indeed. Well, I know it's not, but it's a very good point. I think it's excellent news. I think you'll have a job converting Europeans to grits and cheese, but I think apart from that, you'll be doing very, very well.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, happy days. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no,
Staci,
thank you.
it's really
Thank
good
you.
news, and I think it's an excellent move for Visit Florida.
Yeah, great. Please come.